especially at this level. And as you said, both these runners are kind of going 70 star right now, so it's nice to see them back in 16. Like, they are fantastic players at the game. Obviously, we are like world record holders, previous world record holders. It's the highest of the high you can get out of this game, and I'm very excited to see what happens here.
Yeah, extremely close PBs. I mean, it's hard to not be that close when you're up in like first, second, third place. I think these are the first and second question mark, or is kind of what position are these guys on the leaderboard? Obviously, Suigi has world record, but
yeah, Suigi's number one. KANNO, I'll have a quick. I've forgotten his exact position in the 16 star. I've been mostly following KANNO's journey through 70. It's been insane.
KANNO's like fourth or third.
He's fifth now. Fifth.
What? Damn, King KANNO in fifth place.
Imagine a 1456 on fifth. That's insane. That shows how fast the categories become. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's Suigi, Ouija, Slippery Nipdowski, and then KANNO. Amazing. But funnily enough, Suigi does miss Lakitu skip here. Gonna give KANNO an early lead.
I don't want to put Suigi on blast here. I'm not exactly in the position to do so, but I'm going to a little bit anyways. I'm just happy that Suigi didn't enter the moat. I think Suigi has the highest rate of moats in the tournament. It's also rather deep in the tournament, but like, I've been shocked at how many times we've seen Suigi meet the water outside in Peach's courtyard there.
Yeah, I think the last race I commentated Suigi, he did end up in the moat. So at least he's on the bridge this time, as you said. But even so, like, he's not overly far behind in Dark World. It's the man can move.
Yeah, most definitely. Definitely don't want to meet the endless void here. That is a much bigger mistake. I mean, the mode obviously feels bad. It's a huge hit to your ego, but yeah. Falling and dying in Dark World a lot rougher. Both these players cruising through Dark World, making it look easy. Gonna be grabbing that star there at the end, and I think that's gonna be kind of the story of the race, right? It's kind of what you get with these high-level matchups. You don't have so many catastrophic run-ending meltdowns that, you know, it's like, oh, where could they possibly lose 30 seconds now, right? It's gonna be a lot of like little intricate misses here. You know, the Lakitu skip is going to kind of be the par for the course here. Like, where are we gonna find those extra 6 seconds on Suigi's side?
Oh yeah, the smallest of mistakes here are gonna matter. Like, unlike earlier on in the tournament when you have players with much vaster PB differences, here that 8 seconds, as you said, is going to be hard for Suigi to catch up. KANNO unlikely to make major mistakes, and said just little things like a more dust on a rollout can matter over the course of the run. Just missing a slight like speed kick or something, it's all matters at this level. It's really going to be up to KANNO now to show off his gameplay to make sure he stays ahead of Suigi. But apart from that drama, both of them had really nice Dark World exits, and even with the Lakitu, Suigi's leaving with like a 306 Dark World exit is amazing.
Yeah, heading on into Wan's Fortress here. KANNO the first to drop in. We'll see what the strats are coming out here. We've seen these higher level players, some of them going for, you know, everything, going for Salt Killis, going for double jump Alice. Gonna be the double jump here for KANNO, probably Suigi as well, but oh, okay, actually missing.
Yeah.
And Suigi opting to go for texture. We've been seeing Slippery Nip go for sock folder setup literally every single time. So it's definitely interesting to see different approaches, right? Because you can either come into these races and be like, I'm gonna take control, I'm going for sock class, going for double jump Alice, or you can just be like, I'm just gonna do, you know, I'm just gonna get the stars, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, and definitely from what I've seen from Suigi, he does tend to take it a little safer in races. I've seen him play just with one step down, not going for salt, not going for that double jump. As I say, he does go for it and hits it, so shut me up, Suigi, apparently. But I've definitely seen him go for that safer strats, more so than his usual.
I would be shocked to see Suigi go for triple jump Alice. I think Suigi has been going for double jump Alice since the Ozzy Adams 16-star tournament back in like the Mesozoic period or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how long ago it was anymore, but yeah, it's been going for cracked strats. Yeah, I would honestly say that going for triple would be risky. Like, it would literally be more dangerous. Like, when you start busting out like quote unquote safe strats that you're not used to in runs, like that's not a good time. That's losing time when you're trying to be safe is probably the worst feeling in Mario 64. I would much rather just like go all out, you know, go for Tsukishima cycle even and just fall off into the void than try to go for something safe, like go for like some safe shig movement and die. Like that's just not a good time.
And we've seen that as well. Them go try and do safer movement and just not be used to it. It could be safe, but if you're not practiced like tens of hours over the last couple of weeks, then the safe movement is unfamiliar and can often blow up in your face, just like Kanno's bomb right there. As Suigi does go for the Tama. And that looks to be nice and clean. Kanno just backing up with a bird. Kanno bleeding some time over, but Suigi... well, I was looking at Kanno's screen. What happened there to Suigi?
I wasn't even looking, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he died. Did he go out the other side?
That's quite possible.
I was looking at Kanno's back up there, my word. But as I was saying, Kanno looked to be like basically losing some time. And
Look, okay.
I might bring it back.
Look, okay, Dan, I had to micromanage your audio mixing and check how the audio mix sounded on the stream, okay? It sounds good, by the way. Dan's doing a great job. Keeping us live today and not having to deal with my internet randomly deciding to disconnect. So shoutouts to RTA Dan for doing the restream. Really appreciate him helping out, making the CCG events happen. Cannot fault him. I don't know why you try to fault him, but cannot thank him enough.
They're trying to fault him. How dare you help?
Yeah, RTA Dan, you're kind of being a dick right now, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, anyways, cruising through SSL here. Kind of already into a land. Gonna be going for those 8 red coins. But of course, in LVLJ, we got a lot of stars to collect here. We got Bully, we gotta do Side Hop, and I'm expecting to see 2 lava boosts here. Although KANNO has been known to go for elevator tour in 16 runs, even in PB attempts.
Yeah, it depends what you're more comfortable with, as you said, what he thinks he can do faster and more consistently. Like, he has a little bit of a lead now, and he feels like he may have been playing okay. Obviously, he had a bit of mess up here and there, but Suigi might be trying to play for catch-up. Like, that death really does hurt in a category this short with players this good. A death is not something you ever want to see, so Suigi may pull out some unexpected strats, and we'll just have to wait and see for KANNO. But so far so good. Suigi looking to go back into the volcano here on full health. Camera looks to be setting up for that. Yep. And gets it absolutely beautifully, and a little bit doesn't quite get the full pole skip there, but a nice effort up to the top of the volcano.
Yeah, grabbing the second pole, not the hugest deal in the world, obviously, but here in the playoffs, you know, you're going up against KANNO, like, these things do matter. Like, these things do begin to matter quite a bit. Especially when you're already behind, right? And KANNO, probably not going to let off any steam, probably going to go for elevator tour here, but we'll see. We'll see if it'll be a lava boost. Could potentially lose that same amount of time, but, you know, going for elevator tour now is definitely not going to lose anything, so...
Yeah, it does look like he's going for that. Obviously, a bit more comfortable for him. Doesn't feel like he wants to pull out the lava. Beautifully done.
That was scary. Just want to touch your butt to it one time, you know, not twice. Not 3 times. That's too scary. 3 times you're actually dead, so don't do that.
But yeah, it is interesting seeing these runners back in 16. They've both been grinding out the 70 star, so seeing them back looking very comfortable. Obviously, we're seeing some slip-ups, so you can kind of nice to see how much they can just slip back into the category that a lot of people know them from, to be honest.
Yeah, 16 stars definitely a huge part of both these gamers' lives. I mean, Suigi obviously being a world record holder, KANNO's held it several times. Known as the short category master to a lot of people.
Yeah, 0-1-16, he's an absolute beast.
Tournaments can kind of, you know, dictate what runners are doing or what they might focus on, right? Like, Saucy 70 has been going on. A lot of people have been doing 70 star. KANNO has been practicing pretty hard for that tournament, doing a lot of grinding for it, obviously playing in the event. But, you know, 16 star, you know, the Open's going on. You got to play some 16 star too. There's some money on the line here. It's only $1,500, so it's not that big a deal.
Yeah,
but
only 50.
yeah. Shouts to Urban Arts for sponsoring the prize pool. Huge appreciation as GTM is in the building, apparently, grabbing that GTM slide. I think this might be GTM's game feed. We have to check the bots here. I think only GTM can do that slide, right? That's why the name's GTM slide.
As cleanly as that, probably. KANNO still holding this lead pretty well coming out of HMC. It's a really, really fast exit, as you'd expect. Suigi going to be likely about 20 seconds behind, so quite a large discrepancy there. He's going to have to rely on KANNO messing up in one way or another in the next few stages here. But again, with runners of this caliber, relying on the other one to mess up is not the thing you want this late into the race.
Yeah, it's not the thing. It's not the position you want to be in. But if there's any time you're going to be hoping for KANNO or Suigi to mess up a run, Fire Seat, BLJs, and Sky are the three that you are definitely looking forward to seeing happen. Because I think the big one is definitely going to be Sky. Right? There's a lot of nerves. Triple jump wall kick, especially moving, is going to be really, really, really scary. And even just the elevator movement afterwards, right? If you think you have the right cycle, you go for the triple jump, you can fall, you can bonk. But we'll see here. KANNO going for that front sub, undoubtedly.
Yeah. Suigi did mess up a little bit of Mips, had to do a regrab, go back to the door, but does get the glitchy wall kick. A little bit faster on the second though than KANNO, who had to do that twice, so close enough to even on Mips. No time really gained or lost. Let's see how this front sub goes. Beautiful.
Yeah, and a chip clip there from Suigi. But, you know, no issues with the front sub there for KANNO, so staying in a pretty solid lead here. We have seen runners at this higher caliber of play mess up front sub quite a few times in this tournament. It's been kind of a theme, you know, between different runners. Just like, you know, you don't save that much time with front sub, but it's really hard to just be like, I'm gonna go for back sub when you have like a 14. Like, that's got to be a tough pill to swallow. So I understand people continuing to go for it, and when every second matters in these races, like, you can't start dropping the strats that you're used to.
Yeah, definitely. And this looks like a really nice fire seat from KANNO. Again, the pole glitch here. Not quite going for the ultimate at the end, but let's see what Suigi can pull out.
Yeah, no ultimate, but does get the long jump wall kick movement, which is, you know, slightly quicker than doing the triple jump. Just barely. Okay, just a fancy little speed kick over. Okay, whatever, just casual.
Oh, all right. Beautiful.
And going for dude, this dude is nuts. Like, Suigi's gameplay is just absolutely, like, I can't believe how good this dude has gotten at the game so fast. Like, this dude just blazes through every single stage, doesn't care, has the craziest, like who's I don't know. Maybe I don't watch enough 16 star, but I don't know. That was crazy.
That looked insane. I thought he messed it up slightly by not getting that instant dive, but that speed kick just looked amazing. Like, Suigi just really pulling out the stops here.
Knows what to do in every situation. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, the amount of time and practice that Suigi's put into it, as you said, over such a short, like, comparatively short lifespan in speedrunning, he is absolutely cracked. And it looks to be he's gained some time over KANNO on that fire seat. KANNO's fire seat was no slouch, but Suigi really just going all out.
Oh, okay. KANNO should be able to get through these BLJs. A little bit of camera movement going on, a little bit dicey, but does make it happen. See how green Suigi does on the backswing, but KANNO has one more stair to go. It's not over yet, and then Sky is on the table. So it's got to be a question on everybody's mind. How will this guy be as KANNO drops straight into the pipe, on into bits, and the pressure is on now.
Yeah, much faster first BLJ from Suigi, and just looking under 20 seconds now. He definitely gained about 15 seconds between Fire C and BLJ, so a missed throw, it's not common, especially from KANNO, but that's basically what's in between them right now. Both in the sky.
Yeah, and KANNO coming up to this triple jump wall kick. This is a huge pass or fail. Does make it over the lip. we are on into throws. Okay, a little bit scary on the elevator. I almost spoke a little too soon there, but you know, reeling it in, right? You know, it didn't go over the edge. That's all you can ask for. Heading into the pipe here as Suigi, his own triple jump wall kick is solid, but KANNO with a nice lead here into bits. I think more than one throw miss needed for sure.
Yeah, I think it's just over, and with KANNO's throws, that's it's always a sight to see.
The Mario camps you down. Oh, but not connecting on that second toss, and Suigi now has a chance to make a comeback here on the Bowser tosses. One throw down. KANNO with the lead on the second grab, though. The second throw is good. But one more connection here for KANNO is going to be it. Where is that Bowser going?
Missed.
Oh my goodness. I almost looked like a...
Oh my god.
Suigi just won.
Nowhere. Suigi just came out of nowhere to win that one. You say it enough times and you can definitely curse someone. I was saying KANNO's throws very rarely misses. Misses 2 in one game. And Suigi just eking out the win from that. Absolutely outstanding. And Suigi's gameplay in those last 2 stages was something else. Really upped it Fire Sea onwards. And just taking the lead there with the 1544. What a insane race time.
Yeah, it's always crazy to see those races come down to throws, and then like you always type it up as a commentator, right? It's like, oh, maybe they could miss one throw, or maybe they could miss 2 throws. It's like when it actually happens, it's kind of shocking. You know, we talk about it so much. We're like, oh, it's gonna happen, and then it never does. And then when it actually does come through, it's like, oh man, that's Mario gameplay right there. We like Mario.
We do like Mario, and both of them playing within a minute of their PB is just crazy. At their level, in a race environment, it's beyond like consistent, especially because doesn't look like they've been practicing the 16 all too much because of the 70 stuff they've been practicing so much. So pulling out this in a race, Suigi even with a death and a missed Lakitu skip, pulling out a 1544, absolutely cracked.
And just trying to get these VODs here lined up for game number 2. Chatters, very, very intuitive in the chat room, realizing that KANNO is running 70 star right now. This is not a clone of KANNO. This is indeed a past version of KANNO playing right now. We couldn't find a time where KANNO and Green Suigi could play together this week, so got the pre-record going. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. It's still Mario gameplay. Does still count. So it is a best of 3, by the way, to answer the chat.
It is a best of 3, yeah. Yeah, well, we get the VOD sorted out. I think I'll take a second, if it's okay with you, Sam, just to talk about Urban Arts.
That's not okay with me.
It's not okay. Oh, I'm going to speak to Jason about this.
Oh, okay, I guess. Words? Okay, fine. You can talk about Urban Arts. That's fine.
Thank you very much. So, do you know one of the most exciting things about Urban Arts for me is the absolute success of their students. If you didn't know it, an incredible 100% of the students graduate and get accepted into college, and they've secured over $6 million in merit-based scholarships for the next school year. It's a great reminder that donations are the direct success of UAP's students. So make sure if you are going to donate to them at all, you know where the money's going. But yeah, 100% of the students get accepted in comparison to their peers, which only get about 50% acceptances through. So really, UA pulling out all the stops, massive successes from them. Just do ! UA in chat to find out more. And you can see the link right there. But thank you for UA. Obviously, the prize pool and this entire tournament wouldn't be possible without them.
That's very true. Yeah, I don't have that much money, so I could put up $2,000 to run a 16-star tournament. So I'm very thankful to our overlord Jason. I mean, our sponsor, Urban Arts.
Yeah, it is a pretty penny to put up, and honestly, as they're saying in chat, UA absolutely nuts. UA the most cracked.
Very epic. And we are getting pretty close to the end here. Obviously, you know, winners bracket round 2 here. Winner going up against Benji in the semifinals. Still got a few losers bracket matches to play. We got Man Mud and Tom Carr, Slippery Nip, and whoever loses this match. So some pretty hot matches coming up.
Yeah. I don't think there's a single match that you'd want to miss. But if you do, then you can always check them out on YouTube. We upload everything over there. I think it's !YouTube in the chat as well. And just make sure you check out any of the matches you may have missed, but they're all absolutely insane right now.
It's me, Mario.
All right,
We are getting back on the way.
Yeah, it is happening. This is the Mario gameplay. Game number 2 here. So KANNO really needs a win here. KANNO cannot afford another loss. Another loss would knock him down to the lower bracket. Kind of sad. Kind of weird champ to see KANNO in the lower bracket, not going to lie. But, you know, everybody's got to go there sometime, except for one. Only one person will make it all the way through. But, you know, we already got Slippery Dip down there. I mean, we already got some pretty powerful names down there.
No, absolutely. I've seen either of these runners down in a low bracket. Seems strange, but as you said, one of them has to lose here, and it's all on the line for KANNO. Hopefully he can pull out a win and we can get a game 3. But it was funny hearing the details. Apparently when you ask for a pre-recording from KANNO, he just sends like a raw file, so it's like 20 plus gigabytes.
The uncompressed raw Amaranth recording with no timer yet. I think the last one I downloaded was like 27 gigabytes. I was very shocked to see that, but
Giga Chad moves from KANNO.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the quality is impeccable, right? I mean, the de-annulation could be better, but I mean, Amaranth does its best.
Yeah, you don't want to lose any quality on your 26-year-old game.
Very true. Both players here. Yeah, and more importantly, LBLJ. That was kind of a huge deal, making it through here. Green Suigi going pretty speedy right now. This is a very fast cycle.
little bonk on the Goomba's head. Yeah, he is going for it.
I think that's classified as the Goomba assist. I'm not sure if it's allowed in, you know, speedruns, but we'll allow it in the tournament. Goomba assisted speedruns, gas, for short. This is a bit of a sync. Yeah.
Are we introducing gas speedruns into gas runs now? And Suigi just getting that slightly quicker ending, but a slight sink there. Not too much of a difference going into this pipe. No rig dances. Oh, Suigi missing, just falling a little limp. Getting the backup glitchy grab though. But that does give KANNO back the lead. Back and forth throughout this entire Dark World. Just as we said in the first race, these slight inoptimizations anyway can lose you the lead. So you really have to just watch out for that.
I gotta say, please do not post random joke links in the chat room. One of the links is gonna be something hella sketchy. Just a pro tip, don't do it.
Yeah, you never know which is just gonna come up and infect your computer.
PCG does not endorse random links posted in the chat. But anyways, headed into Wash Fortress here. We saw a little bit of struggles in Wash Fortress for KANNO. We'll see if that pulls through this time around again.
Yeah, definitely the missed Owlers did cost him some time. Let's see if he grabs this. Looking very clean. Suigi just setting up for the texture. No problems at all.
Yeah, I was kind of being serious, guys. Please don't post random joke links like that www.6.federation.com. Please do not go to that website. I'm literally like about to ban Menace.
KANNO's texture, greatly. I love seeing them do the stars in the complete opposite order. But no issues at all. So far, very clean gameplay from both runners here.
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked. I mean, both these runners having good runs. Who would have expected it? KANNO and Suigi.
As if they're good.
Kind of weird.
Can you imagine? Where's all the absolute meltdowns just trying to get up the ramp in Womps? That's what happens to me on the daily.
Oh, don't worry. We will have more open tournaments, and the qualifiers will be amazing. I remember the first open 16-star tournament we hosted on the channel. We had some players with like 45-minute 16-star times, and it was an absolute treat. Like, I'm not even being sarcastic. Like, it's probably the most fun races to watch. Like, everybody's just like cheering on, like, yeah, go for the 10-minute PB. And it's like, it's like totally possible. You know, it's like it can totally happen.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to that, seeing that in the future. 'Cause, yeah, well, you said it's so exciting seeing these Mario run at the highest possible level. Seeing these new runners just trying their best, it's always fun.
Oh yeah, KANNO
not
grabbing the
looking that
bomb here and just throwing it on away. Doesn't quite hit that A button in time. No jump coming through. Green Suigi with the Tama Bless makes it over the gap. The hard part is done, and we are in the pyramid. So Suigi pulling pretty solidly ahead there. Obviously, the star count, you know, it's a little bit deceiving, right? Because KANNO still has to do pillarless, while Green Suigi just has to go grab, you know, the easy stars.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw Suigi fixing up the death from last time, so definitely a better pillarless. Oh, I love that jump. That little jump in the Talon Star, just like the frame perfect, keeping your speed is beautiful every time.
Here we go!
Got one more star here to collect. KANNO, of course, gonna be grabbing the Fly Guy jump. No Fly Guy-less Sag. Not gonna throw the race. Tragic.
Yeah. A very, very difficult strat. You'll only see that during the PB attempts.
I mean, sometimes you see people flexing in races and doing it, but
If they're
you know.
far enough ahead or the PB difference is huge, then we've seen it. But I think at this level, playing it a little safer, probably better. And we see the lead actually swapped over. That pillarless fail from KANNO did cost him quite a few seconds here.
Yeah, an extremely close race number 2, though. I mean, like, we're within, like, what, 2 seconds of each other here.
Yeah, when both of them are grabbing the exact same star, you know it's going to be a spicy one all the way through. And it was close on the second, on the first one as well. Like, come down to throws. These are obviously very consistent runners, as we know. This is what you can expect at the top end of the 16-star scale. A little order change here. Looks like Suigi is setting up for that lava boost again, as KANNO bullies a bully. Doesn't quite get the movement at the end. Same mistake as last time. Costs a little bit of time, but at least he didn't fall off, is the big thing.
And no deaths in the lava. Kind of a key ingredient to not falling behind in Lava Land. This stage has a lot of it. I mean, the entire stage pretty much is just a sea of lava with some strange geometry plopped down randomly. Probably one of the most openly mocked stages in the game. It's very, very weird.
It is strange. They just have a flat plane. It's like when you start up some 3D modeling. They're like, that'll do. They'll just put some shapes on there.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, most of the levels, like the castle and the overworld and stuff, is all pretty well designed. But most of the levels literally play like a playtest map. Like, you they just feel like, you know, you load up OOT and you go into like the level editor and you go into like the place you're not supposed to be. And you're like, oh, that's a cool practice code hack. Very epic Game Shark tool.
Then you get a TikTok clock and you regret loading that level up.
I don't know. I like TikTok clock. I think it's a cool level.
I mean, invis walls, man.
I mean, yeah,
they're everywhere.
Coding moving 3D objects is hard. Okay, you gotta give the developers some slack. Okay, think of all the hours they spent making Mario 64.
Yeah, well,
jamming it onto a tiny cartridge too. Like, yeah. If you ever opened up an SM64 cartridge, it's like tiny.
I can't say I have, mostly because I only owned them when I was a wee child, and I think if I broke one of them apart, my parents would would go after me.
You didn't have a Nintendo security bit growing up? Weird.
I don't even know what that is. So
that was like the key tools, right? You grow up, your kids are growing up. You give them a Nintendo security bit, a pair of calipers. You know, they're good to go. But Green Suigi here going to be a little bit ahead, grabbing that Todd Star heading back into HMC.
Yeah, honestly, the lead hasn't really shifted at all, or the time difference since that pillarless mess up by KANNO. Both been playing really well through Lethal Lava Land. Like, no mistakes. We got the GTM slide from Suigi. Pulling that out again and executing flawlessly.
Very beautiful and powerful stuff, as both players going to be jumping into the pit pretty much at the same time here. Suigi actually a little bit far behind being a little bit of an overstatement, but it's kind of a bit deceiving, right, when you don't know where players have gotten towed or not. Commentator not quite paying enough attention, needs to get a salary dock perhaps.
Yeah, you're not looking at too much time difference. A 20-second exit and they 23 pretty much, so 2-3 seconds at most. We saw Suigi mess up a little bit on MIPS on the last race, so that could cost him a lead here if he does it again. But both runners going to be going into MIPS at the same time pretty much.
I think that's something we haven't touched on much in the race, is the fact that KANNO does have the KANNO cat emote, which is definitely going to give him a lot of power. We haven't seen many KANNO cats in the chat, but you know, might need some energy here. Suigi is catching up, taking the lead here, heading into DDD just barely. A little bit faster on the MIPS. And we'll be going for this chip clip again,
which will give him a little bit more of a lead. It does, just an extra second, eking out that time.
Yeah, this dude is consistent at this this chip clip as well. We don't have a stats sheet for this tournament, but I've watched a lot of Suigi's gameplay throughout this tournament, and I can tell you, I think I've only seen him miss chip clip like 2 times maximum. Kind of crazy, kind of insane. That is, you know, not a super consistent strat for pretty much any runner, but Suigi kind of just cracked at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And considering how new it is to be that consistent, it's really just a testament of how good of a player Suigi really is. Now, we saw Ultimate come out from Suigi last time, KANNO opting not to go for it. Will we see the same thing here? Well, nope. Suigi bonking. KANNO does take the lead from that. We'll see what he does at the top here, whether he opts for the ultimate movement or not.
Yeah, this is big. I mean, regardless of whether or not the ultimate movement happens, I was going to say KANNO is going to be making this early cycle, but falling down, both players going to have to wait for this sort of late cycle. And that could be a huge deal in these nail-biter matches. Like, you know, that's like almost like a full Bowser 3 toss, right? And we saw literally the last match come down to pretty much a Bowser 3 toss.
That is beautiful seeing that sync. That's a rare sync to see, both jumping on the side. Completely tight going into Bowser 2. KANNO looks to be half a second ahead.
Yeah, might need some sort of magnifying glass or other tool in order to measure the amount of frames. I'm not sure the preferred method, but it is definitely close. Definitely within the margin of error.
And it comes up to, we'll see what happens in bits here, because we saw Suigi have an absolutely outstanding bits, like literally 0 mistakes, like everything done perfectly. Made a tiny bit of time up over KANNO in bits.
Oh my goodness, third try exit course from Green Suigi. If we had a stat sheet, that would maybe be a candidate. What is your percentage success rate on exiting the course in Piracy? Green Suigi having some trouble there, but into BLJs, Suigi has been impeccable on these BLJs throughout the tournament. KANNO having some troubles, and just like that, Green Suigi has almost caught up, but doesn't get quite through the door as fast as KANNO. So neck and neck here, heading into the second BLJ. Will both be quite as clean as the first.
KANNO does nail it straight to the pipe again, and Suigi almost a little bit slower on the up, but again, 2 seconds maybe. It's absolutely crazy and so close of a match.
Yeah, this is literally one throw difference here. Heading up to the triple jump wall kick is going to be a huge deal if one of these players misses that. But even beyond that, we saw, KANNO missed 2 throws in that last race, and that was a huge deal. Now I can't even afford to miss 1, so gonna have to pay attention to that for sure.
Both nailing right side. Yeah, an excellent movement at the end. Ooh, Suigi with the instant reaction. KANNO, where are you going?
Oh, dude, try to get that 8th red coin there.
And suddenly bonking down the stairs.
KANNO. Absolutely crucial mistake there, falling behind on the Bowser throws, and all of a sudden, Green Suigi just in a absolutely phenomenal position. 3 good throws are going to lock out this match and the series. 2 are down, just 1 more toss for Green Suigi to knock KANNO down to the lower bracket, and that is good. KANNO unable to come up with it at the last moment there, just getting a little bit confused and lost, unfortunately, at the end. That's such like an uncharacteristic and rough mistake, right? Because like,
yeah,
you
usually
can
before there you die. You don't go and collect a red coin.
yeah, but like
crazy.
I don't know, like you think of people messing up in Sky, you think of like the triple jump dive at the beginning, you think of triple jump wall kick, pretty much anything involving the triple jump.
Look at those times. Look at those times. Oh
yeah,
my.
15:35 versus 15:29. It does not get much closer than that. And in a race, like just getting 115 in a race is hype. Getting 2 that close is like, that's a treat, right? Like that's beautiful.
In just crazy. And as you said, like the entire thing was what, 1 bonk from KANNO? Lost the race. It's that close at this level.
Yeah, I don't know.
Costume.
I don't know, Chad. Do we really want to watch race 3? I'm not really sure.
Do you want more of this content? I thought he'd be all Mario.
I don't know. I feel like this matchup's getting kind of old, kind of played out. Might want to just move on. I know everybody in the chat wants to watch some SMO, so might just want to get underway with that one. Oh damn, Dan doing chat dirty here. Oh my goodness, I was kidding. Okay, come on, we can watch the 3rd match. Come on. Okay, now I'm gonna get upset. We're gonna get a chant going. Did they remove chants? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I've seen him once or twice. I don't see him often, but yeah, we'll definitely show you the 3rd.
All right, good. Okay. almost a restreamer revolt there, but it's okay. RTA Dan coming to his senses, thank God. Please show us the 3rd match.
This will just be the show match between Suigi and KANNO. Suigi will be going forward, KANNO moving to the lower bracket. But seeing these 2 runners play through the game is always a treat, so let's watch what the 3rd thing they had in store for us. This is what would have happened if KANNO didn't bonk, potentially, so we can see in a parallel universe who would have won a best of 3. Yeah, what are we talking? 6 and 7 seconds difference between 2 races? It's just crazy how quick these guys are.
Yeah, pretty fast. I think it's hard to imagine a world where this one's going to be a blowout too. Like, I mean, it's going to be another close race, right? It's got to be.
Yeah. Well, with times like those, like, you're going to have pretty much 3 15s. I can imagine another 15 coming out of both of these. Like, considering how well they've been playing over the last 2. It's just crazy.
Yeah, and I gotta remind everybody in the chat room, I don't know what you're doing if you're not following KANNO or Suigi, but like, just remember, go follow the racers. We gotta say it, even if everybody should be following these racers, you never know, there might be 1 or 2 of you out there who have never heard of KANNO or Green Suigi. And I'm not gonna judge you. I understand some people don't have endless amounts of time and throw away their lives to watch Mario 64 on Twitch, but yeah, KANNO here missing the LBLJ first try, unfortunately. And Suigi's gonna pull ahead here, right outside the gate.
To imagine some people may have discovered SM64 running from Super Mario Odyssey, just led over, so you're not watching from there. Make sure you are checking out these top runners and all the runners in the tournament, but if you want to see what the best of the best look like, Yeah, follow those links.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's probably one of my favorite part about you know, hosting several different tournaments is seeing people come over from other events, like seeing people from the Minecraft tournament showing up to Mario 64 events and stuff like that. It's really cool to see, you know, co-community mingling, so to speak, and even runners like picking up other games. So they're like, oh, that game looks cool, and then they can start running it, and then they're trapped in the rabbit hole and they can't stop, and I've ruined their lives forever. But
Yeah.
you know, for the good of the community, you know.
Innocent 16-star when I go, and minimum captures in SMO looks fun. Then they're in the rabbit hole for the next 2 years of their life.
Minimum captures tournaments. It would be like 4 players.
Yeah. Yeah, Suigi is going to be taking that more of a significant lead this time than we've seen in the last 2, just due to that missed LBLJ. It does cost quite a bit of time to redo that. 250 exit, 250 Dark World exits, just crazy times from Suigi. I know I've said it a lot, but the man outstands me. How fast they can play this game. So if anyone's come in and didn't see the results or anything, you are a bit confused. Suigi has won the best of 3, but we're just doing a show match now. Just they've given us more. We might as well see some more Mario from each of them. This one doesn't count towards the final like tally of the best of 3, but we might as well see who would have won.
I don't know. I think we should just confuse the watchers.
For best of 5 and then never show
This
any.
is actually a best of 11. Very, very important match, though. You know, first to 5 win, or it's best of 11 even a thing? I don't even know.
Table tennis? Maybe.
I guess you'd be first to 6, huh?
Yeah, something like that. I think table tennis is best of out of rounds or something like that. I'm not sure.
Wow. Tekken. Okay.
Tekken, there we go. That's more of a gaming analogy, I suppose, than everyone's not up to date on their table tennis lore. Oh, we've seen KANNO have a bit of struggles with Owlus here. Meanwhile, Suigi basically just nailing everything they go for.
Yeah, a little bit more holes in the armor, so to speak, on KANNO's side this time around. Having some issues with Alice again. It's been a little bit rough, but Green Suigi pulling through, having the 438 Womps exit, which is pretty sick. Obviously not like the craziest time for a runner of this caliber, but if anybody else, you know, doing PB attempts got a 438, they'd be chilling, right? They'd be just cruising. This is good. At this level, obviously, it's not quite good enough, but 438's a sick Womps time. Like I'm just trying to bang that in everybody's head. If you hit a 4.3x Womps exit in 16-star, you're a god gamer.
Yeah, if you're seeing any of these runners make a mistake, and you're like, oh, that's a bit slow. No, nothing they're doing is slow. Any mistakes they make is still better than 99.9% of the community. It's absolutely crazy. Like, they are on the top of pretty much every category they go into. And Suigi making the mistakes going into basement now, that's, apart from the death, that's the first time he's messed up the start of Pillarless.
Yeah, KANNO grabbing the big bomb here. Tama looking hot, makes it over the gap, and we are into the pyramid. Probably yes. Okay. Oh, actually, you had the close camera there. I don't think I've ever seen that before. You actually saw Mario dropping into the hole with the bomb.
And you get to see up close and personal what it's like. And funny enough, that's the first time KANNO's had Pillarless first try. So swapping positions here. And Suigi having a little trouble. It's in.
Mixing it up a bit, and if anybody here is new to the channel, do make sure to drop a follow. We will be running not only the finals for these tournaments here, the 16-star emulator and N64 bracket with some insane runners. We're also going to be running a lot more tournaments in the future, Mario 64 and otherwise. So if you love speedrunning and you're not already following for some reason, definitely drop a follow. As Green Suigi is just like, I don't even understand what's happening here.
I think he went for the start forgetting he'd already grabbed it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're really early.
Yeah. I think he forgot he messed the pill list and was like, okay, I just gotta go top of the pyramid. Nope, that's already got.
Yeah.
So there's more time here. We see the lead has swapped back over to KANNO, who's been behind since the missed LBLJ. And yeah, I think that's where muscle memory is coming to bite them. Like, they do so many of these runs, and usually if you miss something like that at their level, that's a reset. If you miss anything, it's a reset. So the muscle memory very much baked in to do things in a very particular order. So when you're just chilling, just going through the game, sometimes it takes over. Yes, KANNO definitely has a little bit of a lead here now, about 2-3 seconds at most. But they do these stages in different orders. We won't really know who's ahead until we get to the very end. Suigi, third try on this final movement, does get it. First time he's had that today. And he's nailed those lava bursts, honestly. Not a single mistake from him inside the volcano. A lovely sink going back into lethal lava land. I thought the VOD had switched up. That was amazing.
Yeah, they got some different stars under their belt, but definitely a very close race here as Green Suigi going to be going for bully a little bit slower than the side hop KANNO is going to grab. But then, you know, KANNO's going to still have to go into the volcano and probably grabbing elevator tour again. So,
yeah. And
it's hard to say who's in the lead right now.
Yeah, Suigi saved a little bit of time on the bully. KANNO unfortunately grabbed the ledge, so had to do a slower kill on him. So they were only about 2 seconds apart going into the stage, so maybe that little time save, especially with the lava boost being as good as it was for Suigi, maybe have gained enough time to go back into the lead coming out. Yep, it does look like it, but not by much. Not by much at all. 1-2 seconds. Both of these really performing at the top of their game here going into HMC.
Surely nothing can happen in the late game though, right? I mean,
no,
Suigi's got to have this on lock, right?
Pretty much after Womps, it's all smooth sailing. You just kind of go through the stars.
It's one of the things I really like about 16 star is like there's never like any sort of part where it's like, this is the easy part, right? You don't have like 70 star THI where you like roll in and you're just like, I'm gonna do the piranha plans, yay! Like it's like all kind of just crazy stuff.
Yeah, I suppose the easiest part of it is probably like reds in Lethal Lava Land, and that's just a couple of seconds of reprieve from just a constant go pace they have to do.
Yeah, I mean, even stuff like rolling rocks is now like, oh, you got to do some crazy C-up, like, strat movement in the star now. Like, it used to be just like, you know, you just long jump, do some jump dives, you're at the start. Everything that was once easy is no longer.
Yeah, and that's the nature of this game. We see it in all the categories. A little bonk from the boulder, but we see it in all these categories. As the times get lower, things get riskier. There's basically nothing that's safe anymore. And anyone who says the Toad is the easy part of this, you've obviously not seen some streams or seen runners practice that for 2 hours straight. Just
Todd is like the raid boss, honestly. Like, Todd is harder than a Bowser fight. That dude is, he doesn't take no for an answer.
Yeah, you can punch him as many times as you want. He won't give you the star until you ask nicely. We are looking synced up coming out of HMC.
Actually, KANNO has about a 5-frame lead right now, so technically.
Oh, well. How many frames?
We saw before that KANNO had a slightly slower MIPS than Suigi, so we'll see if that holds true in this one. Will KANNO be able to hold on to this tiny lead? So far, it looks like Suigi's caught up.
Yeah, about a couple of frames ahead.
KANNO?
Swapping the frames with Suigi over and over.
Yeah, getting a faster door one there. You know the race is close when the commentator is getting excited over the first door MIPS clip.
Suigi, a massive ground pound miss.
Insane ground pound from Suigi there. Just going to completely turn the tide of battle. How could this happen?
But, of course, he does chip, whereas KANNO doesn't. So maybe he's going to catch up a little bit there.
How does he do it? How does he do trips so clean every time? It's crazy.
Different. Either he is the human task, or he just has a different gamer stance, maybe a good chi. They all add up.
I think Goomba assist from the previous game that definitely is making the difference, I think. Both players nailed that front sub there. KANNO pretty much clinging to a tiny lead right now.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I was corrected in chat. He is the human gas, as we have now coined.
Yes. Pole glitch coming up.
Commentator just getting some letters mixed up. All okay. It's been a long 3 rounds.
A little bit sus. Yeah, I've been commentating for a whole hour now, so I'm a little bit worn out. Both players on pace here. Green Suigi getting a little bit tripped up there. KANNO, on the other hand, going for this ultimate cycle. I have no idea how Green Suigi still made that long jump work, but did make it. KANNO, on the other hand, already into the Fire Sea toilet.
That was beautiful. First time we've seen an ultimate from KANNO this series. Suigi having a little bit of trouble, but getting in there all the same. And we'll see what the lead is like now coming out. KANNO, I think, went in with probably less than a second of lead. But we've got a 19-second fade out. Coming from KANNO, going into the BLJs at 25. So we're looking at a 6-second difference. It's basically nothing.
A whopping 6-second
jump.
difference.
And Suigi's been cracked with those BLJs, really quick BLJs both times, and we've seen KANNO have a little bit more trouble, get stuck at the door both times, so it could swap again right here. You don't know, this run is so close.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, when you were talking about the tiny difference, I was half expecting you to curse the save and quit out of Fire Sea, but both players connecting with the absolutely beautiful first air BLJs. That's about as well as you can hope to do on BLJ 1. Second staircase looking hot for both as well, dropping straight into the pipe. This is insane. I can't believe how clean these guys are at everything in this game. It's just, you can't stop them.
It's beautiful.
Oh, with the TAS long jump coming out for KANNO, but not getting the side flip. Unfortunate. Gonna be losing the lead with TAS long jump. The most unfortunate turn of events here for KANNO, who's going to be making it up to triple jump wall kick right behind Green Suigi. How will the triple jump wall kick go? Right side moving, not good for Suigi. Not good for KANNO either. What is this race right now?
But KANNO tumbles all the way down, Suigi having a bit of a lighter sentence from that failure. And just one of them has to match the other. There's no...
Yeah, I mean, people are always talking about Mario 64 having no RNG, but the triple jump wall kick bonk RNG there was quite a bit worse for KANNO, unfortunately. Almost getting burned there off the edge, looking a little bit dicey. Triple jump onto the platforms, but Suigi is already into that bits pipe, and Bowser is ready to get thrown into some bombs.
Yeah, we've seen this basically all 3 races now. KANNO just losing what little lead he had right at the end. Be it throws, just in bits.
Maybe?
Luigi diving over the turtle.
No.
Get that final one. So it's gonna be a 3-0 from Suigi. KANNO just losing it right at the end. Maybe the nerves coming into play. Bits and Bowser 3 has not been his friend today. But overall, just how he skimmed Bowser there. That was amazing.
Yeah, I doubt it's nerves. Probably, I mean, it's just Mario. I mean, both these players getting pretty sick times. KANNO barely missing a 15.
Yeah,
I
not
mean,
quite getting the 6-15s, but you know what? Close enough. Amazing.
Yeah. I think we had enough 15s in this series to call it a good one, that's for sure. I mean, definitely a solid set of races to start off things today. You love to see it.
Yeah, and you can't fault pretty much anything Suigi did in those 3 races. Like, completely deserved win, coming back, and the second race especially, coming back for that win right just to just at the end with the bonk of KANNO playing perfectly. The first one having an excellent endgame, one of the finest endgames we've seen. And in that one, I can't recall any mistakes from either of the runners except for like KANNO's fall and Suigi's fall and a missed LBLJ. It's outstanding.
Yeah, it turns out the best players in the world are pretty good at the game. Something I wasn't quite expecting, but it's good to see, you know.
Yeah, anyone expecting an 18-minute, 19-minute time from either of these?
I mean, I wouldn't count it out of the question. I mean, it's definitely not expected or in character, but anything is possible in a race, as goes the saying. I've seen it happen. Everybody has their bad days, their bad runs, but today was just on for both of them, and it was unfortunate for KANNO that he just came up slightly short, but still in this tournament, dropping down to the lower bracket, going to be going up against Slippery Nip, so I mean, that's going to be a hype matchup. I'm ready for it. Gonna get that set up this weekend. Slip versus KANNO. I'm ready. My body is prepared. Somebody's got to go home. I mean, somebody's getting knocked out here, and these are two like crazy juggernauts. So I'm excited to see that one. They're gonna be playing for their lives. Suigi moving on to play Benji in the semifinals of the upper bracket. Don't know if that'll happen this weekend, next weekend. Get it sorted. But yeah, I think we're gonna take a little bit of a break here. Don't have either of the players in for interviews. Of course, it was a pre-record. So I appreciate everybody hanging out, keeping the hype alive, because even with the pre-records, I mean, these races are pretty hype. Obviously, it's nice to have the racers, you know, in person, being able to interview and all that, but yeah, we're going to take a little short break here. We'll be back with some Super Mario Odyssey. We got the world record holder going up against Jambo, a very strong up-and-comer who has a really low 58, going for 57 soon, so two extremely capable runners. Some more Mario action. Stick around. We'll be right back.
you